These are my top 5 predictions for 2025 in no particular order. Number 1, interest rates. I know we were promised 7 interest rate reductions in 2024, and we didn't get 7 interest rate reductions. We maybe got 3. And interest rates did not go as low as everybody predicted. And we really thought, even myself, I thought interest rates were going to go a lot lower, especially right before the election, and that never happened. What do I think is going to happen in 2025? I have to preface always, who the heck knows? When they come out and tell you that interest rates are going down, it seems like they go up. Just remember, when the feds lower the federal rate, it doesn't always equate to lower interest rates, as we've learned. It can, but we have seen that the lesson is that sometimes they're baked in prior to the feds announcing any reduction. So I personally think my prediction alone is that we're going to stay in the 6s. If they got down to the 5s, that would be great. But I also think if they got in the 5s, the market would just go on fire because everybody's been waiting for lower interest rates. Lower interest rates mean everything's a little bit more affordable, especially when they get into that 5 rate. But I think we're going to stay in the 6s, so things just kind of stay even keel. All right, prediction number 2 is inventory. I think we can assume that inventory is going to stay kind of in that 2 or 3 month time frame for a lot of the year, meaning that if we didn't have any other houses come on the market, we could kind of see that 2 to 3 month inventory be in that realm. Now, in the springtime or certain parts of the year, we tend to go down because the market kind of, gets hotter in certain times of the year. But I don't think we're going to see massive rises in inventory, and I don't think we're going to see a lot less inventory. I think there's 2 markets playing into inventory right now. One is where a house hits the market, it's in great shape, it's in great location, and it's priced really well, and it sells in that first couple weeks on market. And then there's a whole bunch of inventory that's just lagging on the market and not going anywhere. Typically those houses start at a higher price, or their condition's not great, or a combination thereof, and they tend to chase the market down. I've been doing a lot of CMAs lately where I'm seeing a lot of price reductions on houses. It is the timing of the year. However, I think that's showing us that a big chunk of the market is just not priced in a way that the buyers are seeing enough value. And keep in mind, interest rates are still technically high for the prices that we've got up to. So a lot of buyers are just waiting for new inventory to look at. Number 3 is buyer demand. We have a lot of buyer demand. We have more people coming into the area to buy. We've got buyers in waiting. In fact, our buyer pool that we're working with right now, we have quite a bit of buyers, and they're kind of waiting for either something specific or they're waiting for something that really speaks of value to them. There's something they're waiting for. They're passing up a lot of the inventory that's just sitting on the market. They're not making offers on it if it's got conditional issues, or they just don't feel like they're getting what they're expecting for the money. That's kind of been the story of 2024, is a lot of buyers just passing up inventory because they don't believe the value of that property and what it's offering is giving them enough to make an offer. So it's the market where if you're priced right and you're in great condition, you will sell. If you're not, if you're playing it too high in the marketplace, you're seeing buyers pass you up over and over and over again. Okay, the next one is appreciation. We're going to have appreciation. It's not going to be that exciting. It's going to be 1 to 3, maybe 4% in some areas of town. It's better than nothing, right? And honestly, we've gotten spoiled over the years as homeowners seeing double-digit appreciation. Those days are over unless interest rates have a significant drop. And then we have the problem again of prices rising too fast and then affordability becoming an issue, AKA inflation of housing. So I think if we see 3 to 4% appreciation in the coming year, that's probably fairly realistic in most areas. That's healthy, that's sustainable, that's okay. I don't think we're going to go up crazy. I don't think we're going to go down, just by the nature of the lack of inventory we are still seeing in most of Portland. And the last one is, I think we have to be aware that inflation still has a chokehold on affordability. Buyers are feeling it, you guys. Even as a seller, you have to acknowledge that when a buyer shows up to buy your house, they are paying a lot of money for your house. Their payments are very high. Their insurance is high. The cost of living is high, and buyers are really feeling it. And when we're working with buyers on the opposite side, that's all they talk about is how unaffordable it feels to live and then to buy a property. So they're being a lot more picky about buying your house. If your house is not it needs a lot of repairs or a lot of cosmetics, or it's just not presenting itself very well, they're adding up those dollar signs and not just saying, okay, this is a house I can afford. They're saying, gosh, I'm going to have to expect to pay a lot out of pocket to bring it up to a certain level. And you're seeing that if a buyer comes through the house and they are noticing a lot of deferred maintenance, or they're looking and adding up all that stuff. So it's really important that if you're thinking about selling in 2025, the more you can prepare your property for market, meaning structural, safety, repairs, cosmetics, there is going to be a balancing act in 2025 that is imperative for sellers in order to get top dollar. So if you guys are thinking about selling or buying in 2025, you always know you can reach out to us. We're here to help. And I hope that these predictions are pretty close to true. We'll see what happens.